Alright my dudes, thanks for coming back for another video. Today we're going to show you a little bit of an update on Gavin's Integra. I know you guys are going to say, hey Pete, but, oh my god, you have an American Muscle shirt on. Why are you doing videos on Honda shit? Well guys, if anybody actually knows me, you will know that I am an import guy. I've had a bunch of turbo import stuff. That is my heart and soul. I just so happen to have a Mustang because I want to do something different. First V8 build. I am going to be building another one. I do like them, but again, at heart, I am an import guy. So I'm going to show you guys real quick some of the shit that we've done to Gavin's car since you guys have last seen it, and more importantly, how to fix the issue on the older Hondas, especially the Integras, with the door locks not working very good and sticking. Windows sticking, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take you out to the car and show you some updates on it. So since you guys have last seen the car, the OEM taillights, the all reds were cracked. Passenger side one leaked a lot. And now that I'm looking at the car, since it's the first time it's in the rain, passenger side on the new JDMs is leaking as well. I opened up the trunk a couple minutes ago and noticed that there was a little bit of water in the trunk. So we're going to replace the seal on this side. I told Gavin about that. I'm hoping the seal, the rubber weather seal, is what's causing that to leak, because he does have a little bit of water in the trunk. But now that the thing's out in the open, if you guys recall, I didn't have the passenger side molding. I purchased that molding on eBay. It is impossible to find those moldings, let alone one that actually matches. So I was able to find a matching molding. We still need to do something with these mirrors. I tried buying Gavin some silver mirrors because these, and you're gonna find on all these, the paint is just gone on these mirrors. These are easier to repaint, but this is like a foam. I really don't feel like messing around with that. So we're gonna see if we can get him some new actual matching mirrors. I peeled off all the window tint on the car. It had some bad purple window tint on it. So me and Gavin peeled all that stuff off back when it was warmer. You see it's off the back as well. Surprisingly, the defrosters do still work. So that is a good plus now that it's getting cold in Pennsylvania. Wheel and tires. He's going to be getting new wheels in the springtime. I don't know. He has his own vision on the wheels. I have my own vision on the wheels. Obviously, it's his car, so he makes the decision. But I'm trying to coax him into something that's, you know, not going to be young and dumb, and something that's stylish. These wheels are some old school American racing wheels. Tires are good on them, so they're going to get him through the winter. I don't want him to get anything now, since he is just starting to learn how to drive. Just got his license like last week. So I don't want him to fuck the wheels up now that he's going to be parking out on the street. But wheel and tire combo is going to be coming in the springtime. We do need to refinish the headlights. He had some OEM-ish Sylvania bulbs in them that were really yellow. I had some old Pia bulbs that were like, I'm not going to say like a HID look-alike, but you guys get where I'm going with that. So I did put some old Pia bulbs in that I had from either my last Integra or my Civic or something like that. So I put those in. He can see a lot better at night, even with those being a little bit fogged up. But we are going to be replacing at least this side at some point. The two mounts are busted at the bottom of that headlight, so we do got to get some replacement headlights. I'm on the fence. I don't want to get used ones and then have, you know, potentially the same problem. But if we buy, you know, you buy one new one, then you're gonna have one really nice one and one, you know, that looks a little bit fogged up. So I'd rather buy two brand new lights if we can. We still gotta find bumpers for this thing. If you can see, the bumper is split up at the front, and the back bumper's got a split somewhere too. So I'd like to find new bumpers. I know we had discussed wrapping this thing. Even though he is in school for auto body and repair, I don't know why he doesn't want to just paint the thing. We can just paint it in the garage or something. Doesn't got to be fabulous, but it'll be better than this, since this does have, you know, typical Honda shit where the clear coat is showing some wear. Other than that, we did replace the driver side window regulators. You guys saw the prior video on that. We did get the window going back up and down a lot better than what it was. Still not perfect. You can see that I think there's some alignment issues. You see some shit on the window, and it's actually etched in. This was like that before we got it, but I'm thinking that's causing some of the problems on that window. So the antenna motor, as you guys know, antennas are problems with these things. His antenna was going up and down fine, but it was only going up to about here. So we started messing with it and noticed it binding up because it was bent. I got that a little bit more straight, and it was going up and down, and I think it was just this last part that wasn't going up, and whatever we did, now it doesn't go down at all. So probably what we're going to do is strip that motor completely out of there. You know, we're going into 2019. Nobody listens to the radio, FM or AM radio anyway. Kid just plugs in his iPhone and listens to Pandora or whatever shit he's got on his phone. So we're going to rip that out and then just leave the antenna in the down position. Most important part I wanted to get to this video, if you guys have an older Honda, or more importantly an Integra, you know what of a pain in the ass the locks are with these things, and the trunk. So when we got this, this lock specifically would not lock and unlock with the key. It was actually binding. That lock mechanism right there, I think it was binding in there, because when I had the door panel off to do the window regulator, I was actually trying to go up and down on the switch and with the key, and this was binding up. This would move, you know, a couple millimeters maybe, and getting stuck there, and it just would not move. So if you guys have seen, there's like metal rods that go down here that everything runs in line with this lock. Somewhere it was binding. I could not find where it was binding at, and I went nuts trying to fix it. And then just one day I thought about something, because I wanted to do the windows. I went and got this shit, liquid wrench silicone spray. While I was lubing up the windows, and if you guys have ever had problems with these, you understand what I'm talking about. You run, just completely fill down this channel with lube, get the window to go up and down a few times, and that will fix your window issues for the most part. Now, after I got the windows working very good, I decided, hey, let's take a look at the locks. So what I did is I just shot so much of that spray in this area. I actually put the little precision tube thing, shot a ton of this shit in there. Same thing with the trunk. I shot a lot of the lube into this area, as well as into the locking mechanism of the trunk. This thing was sticking over to the side and wasn't unreleasing. The trunk was a real pain in the ass to open, and I did the passenger side as well. Since I have done that, these locks work flawless. I just completely flooded the area, and you're gonna see basically what was happening is this one wasn't locking, and it was causing the passenger side to kind of shudder. It was going every time you started up the car. So as you know, this is all central locking system. One lock basically controls everything. So I think this driver side one was causing the problem. But you'll see, we're gonna arm it, and the lock actually locks. Disarm it, lock actually unlocks. So again, with owning an Integra, you guys know how it is. I did not want to park this thing on the street until he was able to lock and unlock the doors. So now we got that corrected. The next thing we got to finish up is, we'll get that armed. Next thing we got to finish up is this antenna. Get that worked out. We're gonna get the taillight seal out and get that fixed up, since he's got some water in the trunk. Again, very common thing. And then we're gonna let him drive it through the winter. Let him get used to driving it before we put some wheels on, and fix the valve cover gasket on the car. It was leaking a little bit of oil, so we fixed that. Fixed the timing. The timing was bumped up a little too much. I thought the car was a little too fast. I know that doesn't sound right, but the car felt faster than what it should have been when we got it. I found out the timing was like 21, 22 degrees, some shit like that. Car had some pep. I readjusted the timing back down. I think it's 16 plus or minus 2. I think I bumped it to 18 from what I remember my Type R back when it was all motor. I think I would keep it at 18 all the time. It does feel a little bit slower at 18, but I know there's less of a chance of having problems with valve clash or anything like that, or any timing issues with that. So I'm going to do a little bit more research. I haven't fucked with Honda stuff in a while, but from what I remember, I think 18-ish was kind of like the sweet spot, at least with the VTEC stuff. I don't know what non-VTEC, but I want to say 18-ish was probably right around the good sweet spot there. So we got it running real good. It's winter time. It's starting right up. I mean, the car's been pretty phenomenal so far. That's why I do love these things. And he's getting used to driving stick a little bit better. He's driving on his own, so that's all good. We will go ahead and do a follow-up video once we do a little bit more work to this car in the springtime. So if you guys are interested in seeing some more videos on this, shoot me a message. Let me know any suggestions you have, anything that's a problematic thing for these things, and I'll go ahead and try and post a video on what the fix is. So thanks again for coming back for another video. We appreciate the support. Again, don't think I'm just an American Muscle guy. I do import stuff as well, and we'll try and get a little bit more, a little bit different genre stuff on the page.